I just can't tell you how much I love this.
Why can't you?
Because mere words are insufficient to express my feelings right now.
Well, let's settle for a kiss.
Okay. That was nice. Just think of it, Mac. We're here in New York doing what we want to do. No responsibilities, no distractions.
Not quite. I had made arrangements to take care of a little business while I was here.
Know that.
Well, if I'd known you were coming.
Well, can't you cancel your meeting?
I wish I could. No, it's impossible. I'll tell you what. I'll meet you in the Crystal Room for dinner.
The Crystal Room, Mac, that's the most elegant restaurant in New York right now.
No restaurant can match your elegance.
But I don't have anything to wear tonight. And I would need to get my hair done. I mean, I don't even have a hair blower.
You'll be fine. See you at 5.
Yes, but Mac, I mean, I don't have shoes or anything.
Entrez-vous.
Who are you? I am Madame Zelda from the Rive Gauche Saloon. We will have you radiant so sweet. Mac. What are you...
You talk to MJ?
No, I haven't been able to get through to her.
Did she come home last night?
No, she's on some type of undercover assignment.
Oh, great.
No, it's okay. I left a message at the station for her to come talk to us. I said it was important. After all, Bernie can get past an alibi.
Sure, I wouldn't get my hopes up too high about this thing.
Look, how can you say that, Scott? We both heard Bernie say that he saw Pops that night.
That might not be enough, though.
It proves that Pops wasn't anywhere near the love.
Sure, he was angry. He accidentally let it slip out. It doesn't mean he's going to tell the police the same thing. And besides, he could be on his way to Colorado right now.
We have to get him, Scott.
That's right. And when we do, I know exactly how we're going to make the guy talk. We're going to blackmail him.
Hey, Sarge. What's wrong? Right along bed.
Rebid.
What is it?
Coroner's report on Linda.
Oh, no. Is it what we were afraid of?
Yeah. She was killed with pressure to the carotid artery. Very tricky maneuver, but sure is effective.
Just like those other 2 prostitutes. Is the coroner sure about this?
They've ruled out just about everything else.
No wonder it took him so long to pinpoint the exact cause of death.
I wish they'd come up with something else.
Oh, this guy must really know what he's doing. Adam, it's so scary. Knowing there's some guy out there who can just walk up to you and just kill you just like that.
At least now we know for sure what we're up against. A guy who deals in instant death. A pressure point killer who leaves no evidence. And Jay. We're dealing with a serial killer for sure.
I see you're still at it.
Hey. Yeah, I've been up all night comparing the map you got off the ambulance driver with this real estate map here. I circled some of the estates on the lake that could fit the bill.
I hope you don't mind me saying so, Mr. Hudson, but you don't look so hot.
I brought Sarah along. I thought she might be of some help. Well, you know, actually, I could use all the help I can get.
How about you some breakfast?
Breakfast? What time is it? 9 o'clock.
I just want you to know, Mr. Hudson, I'll do anything to help you find Donna. You just name it.
You know, you may be able to help me after all.
What have you got?
Well, look, I've been piecing together everything that Paul said about where he took Donna. You know, the cold, water, wind, dogs, guns, the fact that the place is like a fortress. Did I leave anything out?
That's about it.
Well, those are the clues that we have to start with.
Not much to go on.
I know. But I have a plan. Now, the first step, Sarah, is you have to check out these estates on the lakeshore, all right? I've circled them all on the map. They're all very old, very private, and very big.
Okay. I just can't go knock on doors and ask if Donna's there.
No, you can't, but I think the cops have already tried that. I was thinking of the old magazine salesman routine, but I came up with a much more interesting variation.
Well, I hope so, because I'm a terrible salesperson. I never made a dime.
Honey, I'm going to be giving you a little bit more than a dime.
It's a $100 bill.
Yeah, using the grease a few palms.
Don't you think that might be a bit heavy-handed?
Besides, who's going to believe I have this kind of money?
Well, I'm going to give you my Pina Turbo to be driving just to help you make them believe. As you pose as an innocent, slightly eccentric, and very rich girl looking for a place to buy.
It's not bad. Should get your foot in the door.
Where do I go from there?
And you talk to the caretakers and the groundskeepers. A lot of them like nothing more than to tell secrets about the people they work for.
Especially when you flash some green in front of them.
Exactly. And what you do is you tell them anything you can to get inside and to convince them that you want to buy the place. And once you get inside, you look for anything out of the ordinary or anything that looks suspicious.
That's great. It might take me a while. You've circled like 7 places on the map.
It's okay. If we're going to find Donna, we got to be thorough.
Don't you worry. I'll give each one of those a thorough check.
Good girl.
And in the meantime?
In the meantime, you and I will go down to Adam's office and see if the police came up with anything.
I thought he said he'd give you a call if he got a lead.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to sit around here waiting for the phone to ring. Let's go.
Blackmail?
I thought about it last night, and I left Bernie a message to call me here.
He's not going to call you, Scott. Not after your fight last night. Besides, he just quit his job. Probably long gone by now.
Still, he'll get the message. And if he doesn't call me, I'm going to call Mrs. Markham's husband, and I'll call Bernie's wife, too.
You really do care about my father, don't you?
I care about the truth. And after what Bernie said about seeing Vince, I have to believe he's innocent.
Does this mean you don't believe Reginald anymore?
Cheryl, I always wanted to believe Vince was innocent. But at the same time, I wanted to believe my dad was telling the truth, too. He just sounded so convincing all the time.
He is convincing, Scott. He can be very convincing. It must hurt a lot when your own father lied to you.
Yeah, it does. If he lied to me about setting up Vince, there's no telling what else he could have lied to me about.
Maybe nothing, Scott. Maybe nothing. Not to you. You always say how good he was to you.
Yeah, well, maybe that was a lie, too. He lied to my mom the whole time he was with her. Maybe he's just not capable of telling the truth anymore.
I know what you're going through, Scott. I wish I could do something to help.
Nothing's the same for him anymore. He's not the same man who brought me up to respect others and to do the right thing. He's nothing like that. He tries to manipulate people and situations to get what he wants. He messes with people's lives. He did that to my mother, and the McKinnas have never been the same.
I know.
He'll stop at nothing to get what he wants, Cheryl.
Look, maybe it would help if you faced up to Reginald.
I don't see how it would.
Well, if he knew how upset you were, maybe he'd admit that my father did further
yeah,
my
Fred, I
father.
doubt that.
Worth a try, isn't it?
So if he lied to me about setting up Vince, he'll probably just keep lying to me. That's all it is with him, lies, and he never stops. He never lets up. Whoa, I wish I could remember.
What?
This has been bothering me ever since the first time I saw her.
What?
Yeah, sometimes you get something right on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't get the words out. It's just like that.
Okay, Adam. Care to tell me what you're talking about?
Linda, the other hooker that was killed. I've seen her someplace, but I just can't remember where.
Maybe she just reminded you of somebody, you know?
Yeah, it could be. I'm gonna remember this. Listen, did you have a chance to go through those mug books and see if we had a sheet on her?
No, you're kidding. With all the work I've had to do on this case, I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be a tough case to crack.
Adam, we've got to find this guy.
We will. But just remember, the captain didn't want any of this stuff leaked to the press. He didn't want anybody to know that we're dealing with a serial killer, at least not yet.
Yeah. Well, I've kept my mouth shut, but I'm not so sure we shouldn't just tell the truth.
Now, wait a minute.
Come on, Adam. You know it's going to come out sooner or later anyway.
MJ, the captain's got a point. The cause of death gets out, and every maniac in town's going to want to try something like that.
You really know what you're doing to kill like that. Anyway, I just think that people deserve to know the truth.
Come on, MJ. What good is that going to do?
Because then maybe they can watch out for themselves more. Maybe those prostitutes will be able to protect themselves.
Look, news that a serial killer is out on the loose is going to cause panic. We won't be left alone to do our job. Well, the press is hounding us.
Hound you for what? May I come in?
Looks like you're all ready, Ann. See what I mean? What do you want, Carlisle?
I think you know, Adam. I'm here investigating the hooker that got killed.
Listen to me. I know your job is to report the facts, but my job is to do the investigating. Now, when I get the facts, you'll get them, along with the rest of the press. But until then, stay out of my way. Is that understood?
Sure. Could you answer me just one question?
What?
Has a coroner's report come out yet?
No.
And when it does, will there be a press conference?
That's 2 questions. Now buzz off, will you? I got work to do.
Does the MO in all 3 killings match up?
That does it! Out, Carlisle!
I'm gonna go down to the people and talk to some of those girls. Maybe one of them will have some... We'll have some idea of how Linda died.
You mean who murdered her?
Come on. Look out.
Your breakfast?
Thank you. Who's that man out in the hall?
Just eat your breakfast. And don't think about leaving this room.
I won't. My name is Donna Hudson. My husband will pay you to get me out of here. Please help.
This part of Another World is brought to you by...
Madam Zelda, you're a genius.
Oh, it is easy when I have somebody as beautiful as you.
Oh, that's very sweet. Tell me, where are you from? Your accent seems to be from Europe, but I can't quite place it.
Confidentially, I'm from Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
You gotta have a gimmick, you know? Of course you do. Here, here's some coffee. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Buongiorno, signor. Giovanni, your couturier. Signor Corey wishes for you to choose a frock for this evening.
Oh, that's beautiful. Where are you from, Giovanni? Brooklyn?
Ma no, Firenze.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'll try this one on.
I got it. Hello, Mary's place. Oh, hi. Yeah, she's right here. MJ.
Oh. MJ, hi. Scott and I want to talk to you about a new development in property.
Maze, you know if my mom's coming in today, I really have to talk to her.
As far as I know, it's Mary's day off. I don't think she's going to be in all day, hon. I'm just she's going to stop by to this is to run the pig whistle and interview some hookers about that woman who died.
Right, yeah. Hi.
Hi. Hey, have you had breakfast yet?
No, not yet. I was down at police headquarters.
Oh, want to take time? Coffee?
Sounds good, Maisie.
Coming up.
Wait, why were you at police headquarters this morning?
I think I'm on to a very big story.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was talking to Adam, trying to get some information about this prostitute that killed a couple nights ago. And he's being real tight-lipped about everything. Absolutely refuses to give out any information.
So?
So, I mean, that means you're on to something really hard.
Like what?
I think there's a serial killer out in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, 3 hookers have already been killed. Now, they're trying to make it sound not too suspicious. But I know there's more to it than that.
Tony, what are you going to do about it?
Well, this could be the break I've been waiting for. If I can nail down this case, my career's made.
Oh. Wait a second, Tony. If the police don't want it to get out, shouldn't we?
I've left word for Mac in New York to call me here. And he'll just tell me how to handle it. I mean, you know, maybe the public deserves to know if there's a serial killer out there.
Who let this door open?
was looking for. Look, can you spare me some time? Sure. I'm glad to see you. Listen, I was going to get in touch with you today anyway. Really? You got a lead on Donna?
I wish I did. Listen, I don't think you're going to like what I have to say. I'm not really crazy about it myself.
Is there a problem?
Captain's taken me off Donna's case.
What?
He's put me on something else. It's top priority.
Adam, look, you're the best man for the job. I mean, we need you on that case.
Thanks, but
No, what I mean is that we're not going to get the cooperation from the guys downstairs without you on this case.
I'm really sorry about this, Mike, but Captain's got his own priorities. You know how it is.
I don't believe this.
Don't worry about it. You work it out. You'll find Donna.
You're darn right I'll find Donna.
Maybe this will help. The detectives who searched the ambulance driver found this.
What is it?
It's a journal the guy kept.
Like a diary?
Yeah. Now, I read through this thing. I mean, Hemingway's guy's not, but on the last page back here, it's kind of an interesting entry. You ought to take a look at it.
Got $1,000 for Sleeping Beauty. Not bad for a drive to the lake.
That we already know.
Yeah, but there's more. The place gives me the willies, though. Right out of a fairy tale.
What
Place.
What's right out of the fairy tale?
False alarm, guys. It's just Maisie and her beau.
Oh, it's a run along. Let the grown-ups play.
I got a break from the ship, and I thought I'd surprise you.
That was a nice surprise. I was hoping that was Pops who surprised Maisie.
I doubt if Vince could have gotten a thing like that out of her.
There's so many things I want to tell him. Wouldn't it be great if we knew that Bernie could give him an alibi?
Yeah, we have to find Bernie first,
We will, Scott. We have to.
And when we do, he's got to make a statement that's going to back up Vince's story. Otherwise, the alibi's not going to hold up.
But what are you guys talking about? What an alibi. MJ, I'm so glad you guys sit down. We have something to tell you.
We found a guy who saw Vince walking his dog that night.
We can prove that Pops was anywhere near the level state. You're kidding. Are you sure about this? That's what the guy said. Well, that's great. Who is this guy?
That's the problem, NJ. We can't find him right now.
We're afraid that he might be on the run. Well, we've got to find him. I mean, this could clear Pops. That's where you come in, MJ. Being a police officer, we thought maybe you could get a detective to help find him. You know, put out an APB or go on a manhunt or something. Unfortunately, I'm not on Pops' case. But I'll tell you what, I promise you I will get on the casting and I'll really put a lot of pressure on him to bring his character in. Look, Scott, I need everything that you have on the guy.
Okay, I'll give you what we have.
Scott, you know, if this is true, this means that your father's been lying all along. And there's a good chance that he set up this attack on himself to make it look like Pops was guilty.
This is all the information we have, NJ. What if MJ's right?
Well, you said yourself it might be a possibility.
Yeah, I know.
You know, Scott, I just wish the stuff with our fathers would be over so the two of us could be together.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be over until we make it be over, and that's not going to happen hanging around here.
What are you going to do, Scott?
I'm going to go down to the garage where Bernie works. I'm going to talk to his buddies, and maybe they know where he's at. If that doesn't work, I'm going to stake out Mrs. Markham's place. I'm going to find this guy, sure. I want to find out who's lying and who's telling the truth.
Yes, sir. I think we do have a serial killer on our hands.
Is this any more than a hunch on your part, Tony?
Let's just call it an educated guess, sir. Everything seems to point in this direction.
Have you talked to Adam Corey about it?
This morning.
Well, did he give you any evidence to back up your theory?
No, sir.
Well, have you seen the coroner's report to confirm that the M.O. is the same in all three deaths?
I haven't been able to get a look at it yet. I was wondering if you could use your influence for me to get my hands on the report.
I'll be back in Bay City tomorrow. Now, I don't want you to turn in a word on a serial killer until we have seen that coroner's report and are absolutely certain that the M.O. matches that of the other girls.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. By the way, Mr. Corey, are you and your wife having a nice time in New York?
Terrific time. As a matter of fact, I think Rachel is having the time of her life.
Oh, Giovanni, it's stunning.
Bellissima.
Mr. Corey set all this up, didn't he?
I only know it was a man who is much in love with you. Ciao, signora.
Ciao. Oh, I don't...
Mrs. Corey,
Yes.
for Mr. Corey, would you like to try it on?
Oh, he's spoiling me. Are you kidding? Of course I'm going to try it. Oh, look at that. You have no idea how hard it is to get into 7 creepy guarded estates.
Did you find out anything?
Well, I guess it's the bottom line. What did you find?
I think 3 of them are possibilities.
Why?
Because they were the most heavily guarded, and they sure didn't want me around, not even with my trustworthy face.
Anything else?
All 3 fit Paul's description. Cold, real dark, real spooky, and right on the lake. There were dogs howling up a storm. It's kind of like out of a fairy tale. You know those castles that...
Fairy tale. I mean, that's what Paul's journal said. What castle?
Tell us what you know.
One of them had this Quasimodo character who told me to stay away.
Okay.
The second place, it just had a bunch of crazy dogs barking and showing their teeth. And the third place had this really hunky young guy. He told me to stay away, but I figured I could get him to show me around. He was real sweet. No luck.
Now, did you see any way we might get into these places?
Even if we could get in, what are we going to do about the dogs and the guards?
Maybe we could take some photos. Maybe that would tell us something.
No, look, if we get in there, I'm not going to take the time to develop photos. I want to get Donna.
Well, we're just going to go up the front door and knock and ask if we can come in and look around.
You know, I like the idea of photographs. Mitch, do you have any telephoto lenses?
I've got some good ones.
Wait, aren't you guys forgetting something?
What?
There are walls all around the place. How's the camera going to feature cement?
That's the beautiful part. We go over the walls. We take my plane.
Now you're talking. I'll get my equipment and I'll be back.
Terrific. This is Michael. Have my plane ready. Immediately.
Now, the next part of Another World.
Mrs. Corey?
Yes?
This was selected for you by your husband. Yeah, come in.
Oh, yes, certainly.
I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Oh, my word. They're exquisite. Oh, my heavens. My darling Rachel, you're the rarest jewel of all, and I'm the luckiest man on earth to have found you on my love night. Isn't he wonderful?
Pretty scary situation, huh?
Yeah. Don't you think there's some nutcase out there somebody's got it in for us?
The only thing I know for sure is we've got to look out for ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, Linda, she was as sharp as they come. Did you ever think it would happen to her?
No. Well, Linda sure was sharp, though.
Yeah, you know what I think?
What?
I think it was some John who was ticked off, had it in for her.
Yeah, that's what I think, too.
She ever talk to you about a guy like that?
Oh, no, Linda never talked that much about her tricks. But you know what? I bet there's something in that little black book of hers.
I didn't know Linda had a little black book. She never told me that.
Oh, yes, she did. She kept all the names of all her Johns down through the years. Pretty famous names in that book, I'll tell you. See, they're all in code, so...
You know what? I think you're right. I think I do remember hearing about that. Will you excuse me just a minute?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
She's pour me a beer. She's looking at us.
I went all over that. I didn't see any little book.
A lot of guys aren't going to want that book, man. It's going to be much too incriminating. I think I better have a look around the area, talk to a few people. Maybe they saw or heard something the night she was killed. Thanks for the beer, baby.
He's cute.
Yeah, but he's cheap. I don't want to waste my time with him.
I know exactly what you mean.
You know,
I was just wondering. Isn't there having names of any girls in that book of hers?
Oh, well, yeah. She kept all the names of all her tricks, plus all the names of all the girls that ever worked for her pimp.
Finished with your tray? Yeah. Oh, here. Let me get it for you here. Who is that nice-looking young man out in the hall? You know, I'd really like to talk with him.
I'm going to fire to the estate in this order here. The furthest one will be the last.
That's the one where the Hunt Guard Brigade. Thank you. Your plane's on the runway.
Correct. You all set? Got everything we need. Terrific. Sarah, now look, I want you to stay here and man the phones just in case Donna calls back.
What am I going to do if she does?
Well, you tell her to stay calm and hold her on the line as long as you can because the police will try to trace the call. And you, I hope you got a long lens in that bag.
I've got one. We still might have to buzz a rooftop.
All right, well, it's okay. I'll keep my wheels tucked tight. You just hold on to that camera steadily. Okay?
We waiting on anything?
Well, let's go.
Hey, wait a minute. How am I going to get in touch with you?
You don't. I get in touch with you. And if the police phone, don't tell them anything, all right? We're going to do this one on our own.
You've been gone for hours.
Yeah, a lot of good it did me. I didn't find out one thing on Bernie.
I haven't heard anything either. So what do we do now?
I'm going to wait right here. I left a message for him to call me.
So, Tony, what makes you think there's more to this Linda person stuff than they were saying in the paper?
The cops are being too close-mouthed about it. Like they're trying to hide something.
I don't like what's going on.
And one of those girls was killed right out back there. I'm worried about you.
Oh, honey. I can take care of myself, Dave.
So far, only prostitutes have been killed.
Yeah, but what if this killer doesn't keep a scorecard and he makes a mistake?
She's got a point. Well, I have to get back to the ship. Listen, watch out for yourself and keep the doors locked.
Take care, Dave.
I sure wish he could stay. But they're a lot safer with Dave here.
I know what you mean. Somebody's scared too.
It's the same guy who's committing these murders. He was got nothing to worry about. I mean, he's after prostitutes. And you amaze yourself.
I wasn't really sure about that.
No one in their right mind ever mistakes you for anything else but a sweet, innocent woman. Listen, I gotta go.
Bye, Tony. Yeah, going too, honey.
Mary's place. This is Scott. No, Bernie, I haven't told your wife yet, but unless you meet us somewhere... Pig whistle 6 o'clock, you better be there.
Look, if I buzz the roofs, it'll scare off whoever has Donna. I don't want to tip them off.
Okay, well, just hold it 1 second before you make another run.
Look, you want me to circle?
Yeah, and I want you to hold this thing steady. I want to use this telephoto lens.
Hey, I'm doing the best I can.
And do better.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's see what we got. We got the third blade coming up.
All right.
beautiful. Looking fine as always.
Cut the oil job, Chad. I want the book.
Come again?
Don't play stupid with me, Chad.
Baby, stop speaking Greek and talk to me in English.
Kenny? Fine. Read my lips. I want Linda's black book.
What black book?
The book that she kept all her records in, Chad. The one where she wrote down every trick she ever had and every girl who ever worked for you.
Linda had a book like that?
You know she did.
Well, this is the first I've heard about
it. Come on, Chad. You are lying to me.
Now, wait a minute.
Hey, if I know about it, you definitely know about it.
If there is a book like this, I want to know about it, and I want to get my hands on it because it could damage me a lot. I don't know why Linda would want to keep it a secret from me.
Okay, Chad, fine. I'll play it your way.
I'm not playing.
Neither am I. This is important to me.
So I see.
Can't you see? I've got to get that book before the cops do.
Baby, you are the top.
I know.
So what's the sweat?
Chad, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place here. There's a good chance there's evidence in that book that may help us find that killer.
I'd like to get my hands on it.
My name is in that book. If my name is in it, my life is ruined. I mean, I'll lose my family, I'll lose my job. And worst of all, I'll lose Adam. I don't think I can do it. You've got to help me.
No, I don't have to help you. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap. I'm just a little uptight about this whole thing with Linda.
Of course you are. You lost a source of income.
Don't you think I have any feelings? How'd you get so cynical?
What do you expect after all those years with you?
How did we get like this? Look at us. How did this happen?
I've been thinking about that a whole lot.
I had such a beautiful dream for the future, and I lost it.
Just like I did. Oh, Chad, you made a whole lot of promises. But you didn't keep any of them.
Because I believed in you, baby. I always believed in you, and I always knew there was something very special about you. And all I ever wanted was for you to get ahead in your career.
Right. You got me sleeping with other men to do it. Oh, at first it was record producers and booking agents, real important guys. But pretty soon it was anybody who could afford the price.
I loved you, and I still love you. Don't you think it hurt me to know that you were sleeping with other guys?
No, Chad. No, I don't. I don't think you cared one bit. You took all my dreams, and you just walked on them, Chad. And then you dragged me right through the mud with them.
So why did you stay? Because you loved me, that's why.
I was desperate. I was desperate for love and attention.
And I gave it to you.
And look what it got me.
But I can do it again.
Listen to me, Dad. Listen to me. I want that book. If you find it, I want it. Do you understand?
Sure. If I find that book, it's yours. My friend, if you got one of those manila envelopes around, doesn't have to be new, just whatever you got.
I'll see what I can dig up in the back from the office.
That's great.
I think you're the most desirable woman in the world, but don't tell my wife.
I
I am your wife, you cad. Rachel! Do I really look okay?
Okay doesn't begin to describe it. Let's sit down.
Well, don't we have to wait for the maid to be?
Oh, I was already seated. I had to go for a phone call. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Aha. Wine. Vino Veritas.
Oh, Barolo, my favorite.
And 1978, a towering year.
Were we married once in 78?
No, we were divorced in 78, married in 79.
Oh, that's right.
Well, what shall we toast? I know. To marriage. And marriage. And marriage. And always to you.
It's been wonderful, Mac. It's been a wonderful day.
Well, you haven't let me spoil you for a long time.
You're awfully good at it.
And I haven't done yet.
Hasn't it seemed like an age since we were upset with each other?
Oh, I have some news to give you. I hope it doesn't upset you now.
The phone call.
How did you know?
I just know.
I'm afraid we have to go back to Bay City. Have to cut the trip short.
It's not one of the children.
Oh, no. Something to do with Brava. But I have to oversee it personally.
Well, I knew it couldn't last forever.
Maybe. Maybe not.
What are you planning, Mac?
Who, me?
Just tell me, is it for here in New York or is it for Bay City?
I don't know what you're talking about. I hear the house pate is excellent.
All right, don't tell me. See if I care. What is it, Mac?
I'm madly in love with you, but you're entirely too suspicious.
I know you tore the place apart, but tear it apart again. Yeah, and don't forget to go through the trash. I know it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it, Murray. Yeah, and go through Linda's car. Look, rip the upholstery out if you have to, but find that book!
You look like I feel.
Frustrated.
Yeah, and tired and angry. Did you come up with anything?
Just got off the phone with Murray, and he's coming up with nothing. How about you?
Nothing. You know what I need more than anything from you right now?
What?
A very, very big hug.
Come here. How's that?
It's great. It's much better. Do a kiss in there to go with this hug? Adam? We're still going on that surprise vacation on Friday.
Are you kidding? You bet we are. Right after Felicia's Valentine's Day party.
Yay! I was afraid maybe you changed your mind.
Why? Why would I do something like that?
Well, we do have a pretty important case to work on.
I know that. We're also under a lot of pressure. So we could use a few days off.
Yeah, we sure could.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a miracle. Maybe Donna will be found. And our pressure point killer will have been caught.
Boy, I hope that happens. You should have seen those girls down at the Pig Whistle, Adam. You can't believe what they're going through.
I can only imagine.
When I talk to them, I can almost hear the fear in their voices. And they're not just afraid. I mean, they feel trapped. They feel like pigeons just waiting to be picked off, and they don't know what to do.
You know, they're caught between an unknown killer on the one hand and a lousy life on the other. Those poor miserable creatures.
Adam, I wish we would make it sound like there was some kind of animal.
Oh, yeah. Listen, when you talked to those girls, did you find anything out? Anything about that black book that
No, I told you I didn't find anything, okay?
No, but the killer's name could be in that
I
book.
know that.
I wonder.
What?
I wonder if Linda hid that book so well. Or if somebody beat us to it.
Here you go, Chad. Thanks, buddy. And my friend, have you got a pen for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Seal.
Yeah, Chet.
You want to run an errand for me, baby?
Oh, sure. Steve's hanging around this joint, right?
I want you to buy some stamps.
I have to mail something. It's very important.
Here.
Make another pass. I want to see if I can get into those windows.
You got it. I'm afraid I went in too close that time. Did you get a shot?
I think so, right into the window.
Great. Look, this is getting too risky. Let's go home and see what we have.
This part of Another World was brought to you by Bold Free, a tough detergent with a full-strength fabric softener built right in for clothes that feel as good as they look. Available in powder and liquid. Join us each weekday for the continuing story of Another World.